You probably know the feeling, sweaty, fast breathing, quick heart rate. That's a cortisol spike. It feels awful, and its imbalance is the cause of your anxiety. Rebalance Health's 3-part anxiety system helps address it at the root. Rebalance Health lozenges are natural and designed for optimal absorption, providing 24-hour relief. Live life fully without feeling like you're fighting for it. Get 50% off your first month with code CALM23 at rebalancehealth.com.
You are now tuned in to Mental Salvation Radio with Enoch, 7th Prophet.
O ancestors, blacker than 1,000 midnights, African ancestors, it's to you that we, your children, give respect and honor. O ancestors, we call upon you and welcome you in this place. African ancestors, let your presence fill this place. O ancestors who have been purposely excluded from the history books so that the world may not know of your greatness. Our African ancestors who gave civilization to the world. Our African ancestors who gave the arts to the world. Our African ancestors who gave sciences to the world. Our African ancestors who gave music to the world. Our African ancestors who gave mathematics to the world. Our African ancestors who gave literature to the world. Our African ancestors who gave philosophy to the world. Our African ancestors who gave God consciousness to the world. O ancestors, we thank you for devoting your life to make a future for us, your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Now stand with us, strengthen us, guide us, teach us, and protect us from the snare of our enemies. Rise up, O African ancestors, and live in us, and we will not fail to honor you. We will not fail to respect you. We will not fail to hear you, and we will not betray you. Ashe. We give thanks and praises for another installment of Mental Salvation Radio. I'm your host, Enoch, 7th Prophet, and this is podcast number 16. Wow, this is podcast number 16. And today's date is September the 12th, 2020. And the time is 12:04. Here on Mental Salvation Radio, we're here every Saturday at 12 o'clock. Here on WowURadio.net. That's www.wow, the letter U, radio.net/shows. So big up to Wow You Radio for allowing Mental Salvation Radio to be on the air and being broadcast. Big up to everybody who has downloaded and uploaded and listened and saved and shared and gave compliments and sent emails to me and for Mental Salvation Radio. I thank everybody for doing that. I mean, it's kind of, we want to stay, I want to stay consistent when doing Mental Salvation Radio, and I thank everybody for helping me with that, helping me being consistent, helping me to be consistent. And like I always say, this is all the way live. I never go back and try to edit certain things out in which I may probably have made a mistake or said something that was incorrect, or even, you know, having hiccups during the broadcast, like not turning my mic on or not having my headsets plugged in and not knowing what is going on. But at any rate, thank y'all for tuning in on every Saturday. Thank you for just downloading, because it's helpful. It's definitely grateful to know that people are listening, people are downloading, and people are sharing. Also, you can follow Mental Salvation Radio on Instagram. It's just Mental Salvation Radio on Instagram. Also, if you go to the home screen of the podcast show, you will see an email there. And if you want to email me any topics, or you want me to, if you want to email me to like, hey, Enoch, have you ever went through this? And if I went through that, then I can put that in my storytelling. So hit me up at hit me up at MS Radio Podcast at Gmail. So that's M as in master, and that's S as in savior, and radio. So it's MS Radio Podcast at Gmail. All right. So we'll be right back. No, hold on. Before I go into a commercial or a song or anything in that nature, I also want to keep informing y'all that we are on iHeartRadio. We are on Apple Podcasts. You can find Mental Salvation Radio on Google Podcasts. You can find Mental Salvation Radio here live every Saturday on wowuradio.net. Also, you can even go over to Super Radio DMV. Also, Super Radio DMV. Because he has been actually broadcasting shows from last week. So I want to big up to Super Tim for doing that as well. And big up to everybody who downloaded last week's podcast, which is like one of the top 3 podcast downloads that you guys have enjoyed. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Good news. What is the good news? 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 The good news is that you are here another day. That's one step within the good news. That you are able to breathe the breath of life. That you are able to wake up, and whether it's having assistance getting out of the bed or getting out of the bed on your own, you are still here breathing the breath of life in which the Creator and Creatress have given you. And opening up your eyes if you're able to see, or opening up your ears if you're able to hear, but the vibration is still there. No matter if you are blind or hearing impaired, no matter of these things, the vibration is there, and it'll always be there. So when we come back, we're going to share some more good news when we be right back. Mental Salvation Radio.
Hey girl, oh my gosh, I love your anklet. It's so beautiful. Where did you get it?
Aw, thank you. I actually got it from Arcadia Anklets. They have several jewelry items that you can choose from. You could even get them custom made.
Really? You gotta hook me up.
Well, you can find them at www.arcadiaanklets.etc.com. Also, www.arcadiaanklets.etc.etsy.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram. That's Arcadia, ARCADIA, Arcadia Anklets, etc.com.
All right. Thank you, girl.
You are more than welcome.
Mental Salvation Radio. So the good news, I have more good news to share. All right. So big up to my little baby cousin. She just had her second child on September the 10th, I believe. On September the 10th, she just had her second child, Gabrielle. I think it's Gabrielle, if I'm not mistaken. But big up to her and her husband for having another child. So congratulations on that. Big up to everyone who is pregnant with child. Big up to everyone who has given birth to children or child. Big up to everyone who has shared and posted a birthday, Earth Day, Born Day, Earth Strong, which is all birthdays, and shared those particular moments with us on Facebook and Instagram and via text and telephone. And it's a lot of birthdays that's happening within what is going on. So I just want to wish everyone a happy birthday. If you're having a happy birthday, or if you're having a birthday in September, happy Earth Day to you. If you are having a child in September, happy Born Day to them. And if you're with child, keep pushing on, because I don't know if it's a struggle, if you're carrying a baby or not. I don't know the struggles, but we know the after effects of which the woman has been going through during the process of carrying another human being inside their belly. Wow. To carry a human being, another human being, literally, physically inside you, I know it's a task. It has to be a task. It has to be like very tiring. You're always going to sleep. You're eating up everything. I understand. I can dig it. I don't understand carrying another human in me, but I do understand the tiredness, and you're always hungry and things of that nature, because, you know, you can see it. You can see that you're tired. You can see that you eat a lot, or eating a lot. How about that? All right. So thank you once again for tuning in to Mental Salvation Radio. Today's date is September 12th. It's 12/14. This is podcast number 16. What are we going to talk about today? What have we talked about today? What have I shared within the last 15 podcasts? We know that last week we had Ori from Royal Keepers Products here, and we talked about what does a woman want? What's her needs? What's her admirations? What does she look for in a mate? How does she know that's the mate for her, and things of that nature? And she gave us a list, fellas. She gave us a list. So on today, it just dawned on me that you may be asking yourself, or probably ask yourself, or haven't asked yourself yet, like, Enoch, why are you doing Mental Salvation Radio? Why are you on here every Saturday at 12 o'clock? And you talk to us, and you share stories, and you play dope music, which I do. And you play great music, and you promote it, and you seem to be enjoying the aspects of podcasting. And I'm going to give you that answer when we come back. Mental Salvation Radio.
Enoch 7 Prophet, King C, Bolo's Kitchen. I know the deal. You beg for forgiveness, never got saved. Some are still slaves with savage ways, digging their own graves by the foods that they eat. Most are still asleep with their eyes wide open, hoping on the mystery. Get up, get out, and move something, stop fronting and master yourself on peace, love, wealth, mental salvation. Your producer's on vacation, mine's never resting. I'm dope. I move at a certain divine speed. The colors vibrate, so turn up your frequency. Feel the tone, scientist. Consumed with the fire to keep your mentals blazed up.
Now you ask, why are you doing this podcast, brother? Why are you doing this podcast, King? Why are you doing this podcast, Enoch? Why are you so invested in doing a podcast? Like, why? So the first reason why is because in 2002, I believe, that's when I first started the podcast. And I was doing podcasts and streaming on this other platform. It was called, I can't think of the platform right now, but it'll come to me by the time this show is over, or by the time we log off. And I was doing that podcast because I wanted to do something a little different than I've always have done, whether it's the music, whether it's photography, videography, things of that nature. I wanted to do something different, and I created a podcast called Mental Salvation Radio, and it was a actual tag from a song that I did on my I think that was like my third project. It's my third project, and the song was called Mental Salvation, and the lyrics were, "What I came to bring is mental salvation, something that's missing in the radio rotation. always study patience like a Shaolin monk. So I called it mental salvation because at that time there was a lot of things like I wasn't digging on the radio. I wanted to bring some enlightenment. I wanted to share. I wanted to have interviews. So in 2002, I was on Blog Talk Radio. That's what it was. Blog Talk Radio, 2002. It was Mental Salvation Radio on Blog Talk Radio. And I had topics. I shared a lot of information from, like, at that time, money, currency, energy, certain words that mean certain things. Like, I never say good morning to anyone because this is not a death. When you wake up, it's not good to mourn if you are alive, and things of that nature. So I didn't want to use certain terminologies like calling a child bad, because bad in so many other terminology means other things that you can put the energy on that child. But at any rate, so make a long story short and a short story shorter, I called it Mental Salvation Radio, 2002. I stayed on Blog Talk Radio for about 6 years. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2008, between 2002 and 2008, I did Mental Salvation Radio on Blog Talk. And within those 8 years, I won an award for Best Podcast. And I think that was like 2004, the Best Podcast Year Award. I won that. And I won that, which was dope, which was really dope because the people voted for that. It wasn't me. The people voted that my show was dope. So I interviewed so many artists. Like, I interviewed Sadat X. I interviewed Edo G. I interviewed Doc Ice. I had a debate, not a debate, but a conversation with men and women all at the same time, like a round table discussion. I even did a salute musical presentation to Layla Hathaway, which when I was on Twitter a lot, I was just like, yeah, we're doing a show about Layla Hathaway. We're going to play all her music. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And not knowing that, I'm just putting the energy out there. I'm just like, Layla, you dope. You dope. I appreciate your vibe. I appreciate your music. You're absolutely one of the best artists out there. And I've always, at that time, I was tagging her along with other artists that she reminded me of. And I can't remember that artist's name, but it will come back to me like it always does. So at any rate, so I was just, putting out tweets. Lo and behold, after the show was done, after we did that Layla Hathaway dedication show, we did that was in the can, boom. I go back on Twitter and I go to my inbox. And my inbox was lit up like it was. So I saw a tweet from Layla Hathaway. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much for, doing this on your show. I tried to call in, but your show must have been over. And I was like, oh gracious. Layla Hathaway tried to call into the show because I had the number on there. I had the website. I had all of that. And I thought that was, whoa. I thought that was really dope. So I started to broadcast the radio show, Mental Salvation Radio 2002, because that's something I wanted to try. I wanted to see how well I can be consistent with it. And I was consistent with it for, like I said, from 2002 to 2008. That's about 6 years, almost 7 years. And I was just like, wow, this is dope. But I end up getting tired with it. I end up saying, it started to be a wear and tear because I went through like a bunch of interviews, finding the music, editing and things of that nature. And I was like, I'm going to chill. And I chilled for a while. I chilled for a while, like 2008. That was it. That was done. So you look at like 2000, from 2008 to now. Why did I come back? Why did I come back to broadcasting? Why? We'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio.
This the underground Gaddafi rap. 14 karat gold, who sold the soul, take control of the government rap. Crack, Reagan era, Marion Barry, that bitch set me up. Watch Tony and rap, fisherman hat, cock to the side, white V-neck T-on. DC coach, young image, you sleeping on rap. Johnny Gill, Stacey Ladder-Saw, signing autographs in the trap in front of the church rap. Yeah, I had to put that out there. I was there, you were nowhere rap. That's all facts. Call me the Mike Jack, the thriller rap. Moonwalk backwards, see if you can capture that. Most came matched up, drifted I.
It's important to properly dispose of unwanted medication or sharps. MedProject offers free and convenient disposal options near you. To learn more, call 844-MED-PROJECT or visit medproject.org.
My home down payment would be $74,000, but with my VA home loan, my down payment is zero. My service was then. My benefits are now. Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov. Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
Deliver when I step on stage black. Yeah, we talk shit cause it's easy. Do it in our sleep. Eyes wide open. Ray Charles Prodigy rap. Tap dancing on your last nerve like your baby father do rap. And if you go to court, you better pay a rap. And if you don't, the judge can order to put you in the cell black. Mary and Barry, this bitch set me up. Washingtonian rap. Mary and Barry, that bitch set me up. Washingtonian rap.
So from 2008 to 2020, there was a 12-year gap of me not doing any podcast at all. A 12-year gap. So let's look at the number 12. So 1, 2. You have 12, and you can look at it, if you look at it in so many areas of that, 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 is that understanding number. 3 is that trying to figure out why am I coming back, understanding why did I leave the first time, why did I stick through it all the way, like why did I stick to my guns from 2002 up until now. That's a 12-year. That would have been almost 13, 14 years doing podcasts. But I decided to stop within that 6 years. You look at 6, that's like, when you look at the letters, when you look at the number 6, like if you draw 6, and I talked about this at the top of the show, when you draw, and we talk about like my cousin giving birth to a child, you know, when I talked about birthdays, when I talk about the good news, when you look at the number 6, it looks like a woman who is carrying a child, right? Let's look at it like that. So follow me. You can close your eyes if you like. So if you draw the number 6, draw the number 6 in your head, draw it in the air if you're listening, or just think about the number 6. It looks like a woman who is carrying a child. So mind you, 2002 to 2008, that's 6 years. And the 6 showcases a woman carrying a child, right? So I stopped at that moment of doing podcast, Mental Salvation Radio, and giving out knowledge and information and things of that nature. So 2020, I decided to come back to podcast, right? So within the 6 years of that Mental Salvation Radio carrying the child, which is the idea of coming back, we had 12 years in between, right? So I gave birth to the thought of even coming back a little earlier within the year of this year. Now, we gave birth to Mental Salvation Radio. I believe our first show was sometime in June. I believe our first show was first podcast was in June. So now we have gave a rebirth and idea to Mental Salvation Radio. Now, what did I want to do with this show? I wanted to actually share uplifting music. I wanted to talk and share my stories with the listener. I wanted to actually be in my own lane with the podcast idea that I was carrying for 6 years past. And now I gave birth, let's say like 7, 8, 9. So 3 months, 3 months later, you would say, or 3 years later, you would say 8, 9, 10, right? Now that child, or the idea of Mental Salvation Radio, was reborn again in 2010, right? So I never expressed myself of like, yo, or to anyone else that I wanted to come back to podcasting, but the idea was born again. So 6 years of Mental Salvation Radio on Blog Talk gave me enough time to give birth to another idea that was satisfying to me, that will be enriching for me and for others, for me to be free enough to say what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. So we look into 2008 to 2010 years, gave birth to the rebirth to an idea to bring Mental Salvation Radio back. So now that 6 years has flipped upside down, or 6 month has flipped upside, 6 year has flipped upside down into a 9, which if you flip 9 upside down, it's a birthing process. We are quote unquote born again into this process of carrying the baby, carrying the child of Mental Salvation Radio. Mental Salvation Radio is reborn again. It's reborn again. New ideas, new thoughts, new concepts, right? So it took me 3 more years or 10 more years to actually share my new child with the world. How about that? Mental Salvation Radio, born again, share my new child with the world. Okay? So we're looking at it like that as a child. 10 years later, I'm back. Mental Salvation Radio on Wow You Radio, which let me break that down to you. Wow You Radio was created for it's a black woman's idea and concept to share black media to the world, right? And it's an acronym. Wow You Radio, or WOW is an acronym. I can't think of what the acronym is right now, but that's all a part of storytelling. So basically, we came back to Mental Salvation Radio. And when we came back to Mental Salvation Radio, I decided to say, I'll let you know that when I come back. Mental Salvation Radio.
Fellas, ladies, do you want to stand out in the crowd? Do you want to continue being unique when it comes to fashion? Well, I have the ultimate solution that's custom made just for you. The owner, Sandra Clark of Jazzy Ass Designs, will add spice to your wardrobe. Follow her on Instagram at Jazzy Ass Designs. That's JAZEAZ Designs, or www.sandraclarkdesigns.com. That's CHANDRA ClarkDesigns.com. She'll be waiting for you.
Mental Salvation Radio, Enoch 7th Prophet, every Saturday at 12 p.m. on Wow U Radio. That's www.wow.radio.net. You're going to hear some uplifting music and a little bit of storytelling. Yeah.
So I came back to Mental Salvation Radio because I created this again. I rebirthed this again because I got tired of sending my music to podcast radios, to DJs, to any outlets that shared music, independent artists. I got tired of not being a part of the discussion when it came to whether it's DC hip hop, whether it's anything that involved music in the area of Washington, D.C. Some broadcasters, I'm not going to say everybody, but there's a few, I'll probably say like one or two or three that do play the music, that do share the music, and that do invite me on their podcast shows and all that, and I definitely appreciate that. But I also understand that it's a lot of clique-ish stuff that goes on within our community here in Washington, D.C. And I came back to Mental Salvation Radio because if you are not going to play my music, it's not that I don't promote myself or I don't promote the music or promote the podcast. It's just that you're not going to do it as better as I would do it. You not are going to do it as better than me because I'm not a part of your clique, or I'm not a part of your little inner circle, or I don't be seen all the time or smiling in your face and seen all the time and accepting all of the BS that you may accept, that you would consider dope, that you were considered righteous enough to play on your podcast. So I decided to take it upon myself because I was already promoting myself. I'm already pushing the product. I'm already doing these shows. So I was like, hey, let me start a podcast. Let me bring back Mental Salvation Radio. Because number one, I can. Number two, I own Mental Salvation Radio. Number three, I have the capabilities to start my own podcast again, to share these things with the world, and just to add on some storytelling, which I'm doing now. You know, so there's a lot of people who would say, Enoch, send me some music. We'll play it tomorrow. And I'll listen to their shows for like months and weeks, and they never play it. Or they will invite me on the show and then cancel, but never re-invite me again. They go along with, other guests. They'll never invite me on the show again. But I do want to shout out two podcasts, a couple of podcasts. Definitely want to shout out the Brunch Bitches. That's the name of the podcast. So we got little children, little kids, babies, pitney them, which is like children. Okay. Anyway, Brunch Bitches. So yes, that's the name of the podcast. It's called The Brunch Bitches. Big up to the Brunch Bitches. Big up to Black Indian, who invited me to his podcast as well. Let's see. Big up to Wow You Radio. They had a podcast. Big up to the ladies at Black Women Connecting Communities podcast for playing the music as well. So I'm not talking about that particular handful of people. And there are some more podcasts out there that played and shared the music. I definitely appreciate that as well. But I personally did this because I'm in my own lane. I decided to do this. For those who have faked the funk for years, I want to tell you that I really don't need your podcast. I really don't need you to invite me and then uninvite me to your podcast shows. Matter of fact, big up to a podcast I'm going to be on soon. And I'm going to share that information with you. And I want y'all to tune in. It's going to be on Instagram. I want y'all to tune in to that because this brother is dope. Like, this brother's been doing it for a minute. And I definitely appreciate him on Instagram. And I appreciate him off Instagram. So I definitely big up to that brother. So yeah, it's just the point of me coming back, being in my own lane, sharing my stories, being open and honest with everyone who may be listening and who are downloading, and things of that nature. So we'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio.
Have you been looking for all natural hair and skin products to use for both yourself and your family? At Royal Keeper Shop, we have all natural oils, shampoos, conditioners, butters, sprays, face products, and lots more. Visit us at www.royalkeepersproducts.com. See us on Instagram at Royal Keepers Shop. Also, follow our main page if you have locks at locksworld_1love. Thank you. See you soon.
Living on Section 8, slumdog millionaire. Wait for the cake to bake, you better be vegan. Season of the Victor, call me a matador. No time for bullshit underlay. I'm with the essays, Chicos, El DeBarge. Grew up around the neighborhood with many large. No facade, face the facts when we speaking black. True shit, the elements got us wearing layers. I never so dope, but I know the players. It's cold out here, blocks stay hot 365 days of the year. Blood, sweat, and the career of a DC MC. Write what I CC, then I email it. When I copy myself flow, did you get the memo? I don't rhyme over vocals. Did you get the message? Yo, that's just kinda loco. Damn, bro, whack ass promo goes along with your whack ass shows. Living on Section 8, slumdog millionaire. Wait for the cake to bake, you better be vegan.
Fellas, ladies, do you want to stand out in the crowd? Do you want to continue being unique when it comes to fashion? Well, I have the ultimate solution that's custom made just for you. The owner, Sandra Clark of Jazzy Ass Designs, will add spice to your wardrobe. Follow her on Instagram at Jazzy Ass Designs. That's JAZEAZ Designs, or www.sandraclarkdesigns.com. That's CHANDRA ClarkDesigns.com. She'll be waiting for you. Welcome back to podcast number 16, September the 12th, 2020, on a cloudy, rainy, July-like, yeah, you heard me, July-like, fall day, July-like, we get into the winter months, July-like, here in Washington, D.C. At the top of the hour, you heard I'm Dope by Enoch 7 Prophet, followed by Bolo's Rap, Enoch 7 Prophet, and Section 8 by Enoch 7 Prophet. And big up to Nikita in the chat room. Thank you so much, sis, for tuning in. Much love to you as well. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate the live tune in, because that's always great for those folks to tune in live if you can, around the house, doing whatever you do, whether it's getting up, doing your brunch thing, whether it's cleaning up on a Saturday, whether it's making jewelry or making products or doing something that edifies. Oh, you like that word. Edifies your soul. My grandma used to always say that, edification. We need to do something to edify our soul. We need to continue to seek God. That's what my grandma always said. We continue to seek God to edify our soul. The edification. I love that word. So that's the word for the day, edification. At any rate, so yeah, so I like to, thank you for tuning in. So back again, it's basically Mental Salvation Radio. We're here so I can express myself to you. It's more of a therapy session for myself. It's more of a sit on the couch moment for you. And you allow me to come into your mind and your heart and in your soul to share these particular stories with you. So yeah, I do Mental Salvation Radio because I'm getting tired of, honestly, people saying that they're going to do something and not do it. I'm getting sick and tired of people saying your music's dope, but they don't share it. I'm getting sick and tired of the run-of-the-mill idea that you only know 5 artists and each week the same 5 artists are rotated on your podcast, or the same 5 music or the same 5 songs are getting rotated on your podcast every time you're on the podcast, or and don't get invited into these conversations. But my grandma always said that never go nowhere where you're not invited, or never go nowhere where they uninvite you. So I'm never press myself or you to invite me anywhere that you have not invited me. How about that? Hold on to that real quick. We'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio.
It's important to properly dispose of unwanted medication or sharps. MedProject offers free and convenient disposal options near you. To learn more, call 844-MED-PROJECT or visit medproject.org.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
I haven't reached my peak yet, so you sucker MCs better respect. Check your ego at the door with the concierge. Put your name on the dotted line, sign here. Beware of the false advertisements and the corny rappers claiming to be conscious. Digging deep inside your pockets, taking all your profits, stealing from the profit. That's sacrilegious. Pure hip hop, if you're asking me. God of my destiny, on this mic device, I'm vicious. Lord have mercy. When I flip mode, my goal is to rain flames down on my competitors. I haven't reached my peak yet, so you sucker MCs better respect. Check your ego at the door with the concierge.
I haven't reached my peak yet, so you sucker MCs better respect. Leave your ego at the door with the concierge. Put your name on the dotted line, sign here. Beware of the false advertisements and them corny rappers claiming to be conscious, digging deep inside your pockets, taking all your profits, stealing from the profit. That's sacrilegious. Pure hip hop, if you asking me. Do you know those particular lines that I said was dedicated to those who think and may assume that my music isn't dope? Because there's levels to this dopeness. If you peel back the onion, there's levels to this dopeness. Let me repeat that again. I said I haven't reached my peak yet. So you sucker MCs better respect. Leave your ego at the door with the concierge. It's a lot of people have egos. And you have never been on a world tour. And if you have, humble yourself. There's a lot of people with egos who are acting like they got $1 million record deals. And you still getting paid hourly. There's a lot of people in this industry, in this area, who think that they're untouchable and they are and they're not humble within this music concept. You don't have $1 million record deal. None of us do. You know, you're not getting paid off this music that you are able to afford $1 million home or $1 million car and wake up every morning and this is what you do, music. None of us are really getting paid off this music like we should be, right? So I had to put that out there. I haven't reached my peak yet. So you sucker MCs better respect. Leave your ego at the door with the concierge. Now, who is the concierge? Who is the concierge at the door? That's the middleman. That is your other self. That is the person who you thought would not be a gatekeeper. So leave your ego at the door with the gatekeeper. And you got to sign your name on the dotted line to let us know that you left your ego at the door. So to come see the Grand Wizard, you have to leave your ego at the door to be humbled, but then coming to seeing a Grand Wizard, or coming to see your friends or your family, or leave your education at the door, leave your money at the door, leave your physical or your material things at the door, and come humbled to the situation, right? So I said, leave your ego at the door with the concierge. Write your name on a dotted line, sign here. It's a promise that the ego is left at the door, because if your ego is always with you, you would never hear and see what the other person is hearing and seeing. You would never be able to understand what the other person needs for you to understand clearly. So I said, leave your ego at the door with the concierge. Write your name on the dotted line, sign here. Beware of the false advertisements. So I'm telling myself, Enoch, be aware of the false advertisements and them corny rappers claiming to be conscious, digging deep inside your pockets. Now I'm telling you, the listener, they're digging deep inside your pockets. They're taking all your profits and they're stealing from the profit, which is sacrilegious, pure hip hop, if you asking me. So I'm inviting those with egos to come meet the concierge, put your name on a dotted line, so we can have a discussion and conversation. So you can understand where I'm coming from, I can understand where you're coming from, and we can both walk away understanding and overstanding each other. So I came back to Mental Salvation Radio to let everyone know, and to let myself know, that being consistent within anything you do does have consequences. There's no repercussions of being consistent in doing something that you love, but there is consequences with doing something that you're passionate about. And what is those consequences? You may be left alone. You may be doing it all by yourself. You may have doubters, not haters. You may have doubters because they're doubting that you could stay afloat doing this alone. And I've, by the grace of the Most High and me being very diligent and loving what I do, and have been loving what I've been doing for years, dropping 12 albums, and half of my catalog some people have probably never heard or went back to. The music that I produced or the music that I've shared and created, doesn't really get the stamp that it should get. It doesn't get the stamp that it should get. But it's all good because I continue to do it because I love doing it, and I'm in my own lane. I have no rules when it comes to this music thing that I do, and when it comes to the podcast as well. So yeah. So we'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio.
Hey, girl. Oh my gosh, I love your anklet. It's so beautiful. Where did you get it? Aw, thank you. I actually got it from Arcadia Anklets. They have several jewelry items that you can choose from. You could even get them custom made. Really? You gotta hook me up. Well, you can find them at www.arcadiaanklets.etc.com. Also, www.arcadiaanklets.etc.etsy.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram. That's Arcadia, ARCADIA, Arcadia Anklets, etc.com. All right. Thank you, girl. You are more than welcome.
Believe in Bread is a homemade, baked, mouth-watering goodness that's made with organic, gluten-free, vegan products. Stop by and check them out at the Southwest Farmers Market on 4th and M Street, Southwest Washington, D.C., every Saturday. They also have slices of bread on the shelf weekly at Tacoma Park Co-op, located at 201 Ethan Allen Avenue, Tacoma Park, Maryland. Orders can be sent via email to Believe in Bread. That's BELIEVE, the letter N, bread, @gmail.com. Or via text to 240-641-4721. Also, follow us on Instagram at Believe in Bread. We believe in bread. You should too.
Slowly cooking this vegan stew. Stovetop stuffing sweet potato in the oven. Nag champa burning and blending with the sour diesel. On the strength, I swarm like a killer bee do. Lead my vote. Shot at FBI in broad daylight. From the backseat of the trunk in the blue Caprice. Terrorizing the neighborhood, but never my hood. Food for thought, clean your plate up. Get your weight up, raise the bar. Gym rat, cheese face, Mighty Mouse syndrome. Speedy Guns, Alice, hola, former star. Guys were made in the belly of the Amistad. Yemin Ya, goddess of the ocean. Love the babies, lyrical potion, call me Dr. Sadie. Detox from that shitty hip-hop. Drink Sanity, slowly cooking this vegan stew. Sweet potato in the oven, nag champa burning, blended with the sour diesel on the strength. I swarm like a killer bee do.
We're back. Mental Salvation Radio. You can catch us every Saturday at 12 p.m. here on wowuradio.net. That's www.wow, the letter U, radio.net. And you can find me also on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast as well. So we're everywhere. So just Google Mental Salvation Radio in your Google search engine, and a lot of things about Mental Salvation Radio will pop up. Even the older shows that I did on Blog Talk Radio, and you would definitely find them very interesting because I shared a lot of information on there as well. So this is podcast number 16, and I didn't have a topic until it kind of clicked of what I wanted to share with you, the world, and the listeners. And only thing I would say is that stay consistent in doing the things that you love. I know sometimes as an artist, as a filmmaker, as a jewelry designer, as a clothing designer, as a chef, or a person who bakes goods, and product makers for hair and skin products and oils and things of that nature. Anyone who has the ability to create something and share it with the world, or sell it to the world, and create a dynasty or legacy within what they love to do. I know sometimes it gets hard. I know sometimes it gets, man, trust me, I understand working a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and you still trying to create. I understand that you don't have a 9 to 5 and you're trying to, and you're facilitating ways to make money with your craft and art. And I know it gets daunting. I know it gets despairing. I know you be like, the hell with this. I don't want to do this no more. Ain't nobody listening. I go through that all the time. No one's listening to my music. No one don't care about lyrics. No one don't care that I have something to say. No one doesn't care how dope my videos are. Like, no one cares, because people always gravitate towards the BS in music. They always gravitate towards the being in a clique and making sure the clique is strong and no one is able to get into your inner circle. Everyone is focused on the negativity in music or in the art world, you know. But I've always ran into somebody who seen me on Instagram or heard about me or saw a post that someone else shared, and they always show that encouragement. I remember walking downtown, not downtown, because downtown, if you're not familiar with Washington, D.C., which you should be, and if you're not familiar with Silver Spring, Maryland, which you probably are not if you're not from the area, but at any rate, so I digress. I was in Silver Spring, downtown Silver Spring area, and I was walking down the street. Actually, I was crossing the street, and I seen a brother on the opposite side, of course, and you know, I'm always watching my surroundings, and I had headphones on and just enjoying my day. It was a summer day last year, I believe. Enjoying my day. My brother saw me standing at the crosswalk, waiting to cross the street. He goes, "Hey, are you Enoch, 7 Prophet?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up? How you doing?" He's like, "I'm doing good, man. You know, someone posted, I know you do music because I seen a post somewhere on Facebook or Instagram. Someone shared your information." And I was like, "Oh, wow, that's dope. That's dope." He was like, "Man, you dope. I appreciate it. I love the lyrics you deliver." Long story short, he was like, "I love the lyrics you deliver. I appreciate that. You know, just keep doing what you do." So as we still crossing Georgia Avenue, was that Georgia Avenue? Yeah, we're still crossing Georgia Avenue. At the same time of crossing Georgia Avenue, we're having this conversation. And we continue to have the conversation. He said, "You know, I appreciate it. Thank you so much." And that uplifts my spirits, because maybe subconsciously I was thinking about, hey, we're not going to be doing this hip hop long. We ain't nobody listening. But this brother comes along and gives those compliments, and to ensure that, hey, somebody is listening. So I would say to all the artists that's listening under the sound of my voice, whether you're doing podcasts for the first time, whether you are on IG Live and doing your podcasting concept on there, continue to do it. Somebody is listening, and somebody is listening. So then the right people are listening. So keep that in mind. I was always told, you know, we were on tour with KRS-One a couple of years back, and he said, "I'd rather sell 10 CDs to the right people than 20 CDs to the wrong people." I was like, "What? Say that again?" He was like, "Enoch, I'd rather sell 10 CDs to the right people, then sell 20 CDs to the wrong people. And he said the reason being is because the 10 people that you sell CDs to who really enjoy your music are the 10 people that's going to spread your music among everyone else, are going to talk about you more among everybody else. The 20 people that you sell the CD to just maybe just getting it just cause, and it can be a something that gets dusty on their coffee table. They can end up, rolling weed on it, breaking weed up on it. They can end up setting that coffee on it. They can end up just like throwing it around and not respecting the craft. So I'd rather sell 10 CDs to the right people than sell 20 CDs to the wrong people, because the 10 people are going to share your music because they enjoy your vibe. And I was like, yo, that's dope. We'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio. You are tuned into Mental Salvation Radio. On wowuradio.net.
Microphone Pimp C, checking all your wannabes. You better recognize the G.O.D. Righteously, I rock a halo. Do what the vibes say so. Never sample. Call me Manny Fresh. Elohim in the flesh. Energy that I possess. Ancestral bloodline is tested. Highly recommended. Approved by the Most High. Hip hop will survive. It's in my DNA. Nah, ether with divine features. No lie. Creatures from the Black Lagoon. Meditate and do yoga. Keep rising. We magical. Supernovas. Not surprising. Stop fantasizing. I rock the halo. Do what the vibes say so. Righteously, I rock a halo. Righteously, I rock a halo. Do what the vibes say so. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Believe in Bread is a homemade, baked, mouth-watering goodness that's made with organic, gluten-free, vegan products. Stop by and check them out at the Southwest Farmers Market on 4th and M Street, Southwest Washington, D.C., every Saturday. They also have slices of bread on the shelf weekly at Tacoma Park Co-op, located at 201 Ethan Allen Avenue, Tacoma Park, Maryland. Orders can be sent via email to Believe in Bread. That's BELIEVE, the letter N, bread, @gmail.com. Or via text to 240-641-4721. Also, follow us on Instagram at Believe in Bread. We believe in bread. You should too.
Have you been looking for all natural hair and skin products to use for both yourself and your family? At Royal Keeper Shop, we have all natural oils, shampoos, conditioners, butters, sprays, face products, and lots more. Visit us at www.royalkeepersproducts.com. See us on Instagram at Royal Keepers Shop. Also, follow our main page if you have locks at locksworld_onelove. Thank you.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+. Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
See you soon.
Mental Salvation Radio, podcast number 16.
Chakra music.
www.wowuradio.net. podcast number 16.
Nod your head to this midnight marauder shit. Nat Turner with the burner, you can't tell a lie. Who would be your alibi? Coming for your defense. Never half step in my mind's a lethal weapon. Revving, make them run, shooting up the mainstream poster. I've been doper than the dopest. Now you know this. Ain't no hocus pocus, just cross promotion. Hoping that my friends will spread the word, but that's absurd if you think about it. Bittersweet, just a taste of heaven. Slaves rebellion in the process. You can find them in the projects, nodding they head to this midnight marauder shit. Nat Turner with the burner, you can't tell a lie. Midnight marauder shit. Glove didn't fit on that end of the cold shit. Watch what you say, cause words can sink ships. Get a grip, keep it real tight like virgin puss. Mother Mary, the weight I carry is heavy. Holy hell, Bloody Mary. Southampton, get your freedom or die trying. Midnight marauder shit, knock your head to this. Nat Turner with the burner, you can't tell a lie. Midnight marauder shit.
Mr. Salvation Radio. That was called Nat Turner, which we're basically shooting a video for Nat Turner on tomorrow. Boom, boom, boom. On Sunday, we're shooting that video for Nat Turner. So I will, if you're listening live and going to download this later tonight, what I would say is that hit me up on M as in Mary, S as in Sam, radio podcast at gmail.com. If you ladies, any ladies out there, want to be a part of the Nat Turner video, so therefore I would like all the women to wear white, and if you have a sage stick, bring that with you as well. I have a simple but yet dope concept for this particular video, which will be shot by Miss Chris of Only Greatness Media Productions. She'll be definitely shooting that video. She also shot Section 8 as well, and she shot some other videos for me on my other two projects that I had. Return of the Prophet. She also shot projects off of Return of the Prophet. So we are grateful enough to have her involved in this particular process of shooting Nat Turner as well. Also, I just want to thank everybody for your encouraging words within this music thing, within this podcasting thing. I definitely appreciate everyone on that note. Also, what I said at the top of the hour, we have played I'm Dope by Enoch 7 Prophet, Bolo's Rap, Enoch 7 Prophet, Section 8, Enoch 7 Prophet, Faith Evans, Enoch 7 Prophet. And also with that song Faith Evans, I posted that on my Instagram page, which is Enoch 7th Prophet on Instagram. I posted that on my page and was just like, me and King C did an old salute to Faith Evans, and I named the song Faith Evans. And I put up a post with Faith Evans wearing this. She had the Biggie. Actually, it was like a Biggie Smalls, like Gucci or Coochie sweater she had on, but they had like the Coochie, what do you call it? Logo of Biggie Smalls, and then she had the hat matching Biggie Smalls logo that was on, which was dope. It was like a very dope photo of Faith Evans, and I manipulate the photos to have my face on Faith Evans hoodie or sweatshirt, and then we added this song to it, and I posted it, and I tagged Faith Evans in it, and I tagged her fan page in it, and her fan page actually reposted. They reposted it on their fan page, which is cool. No matter who's doing it at this point, I don't care who's doing it, but that was dope. And then Faith Evans, probably like a week later, liked it. And I was like, yo, Faith Evans liked this joint? yo, I think we on the move with this one, King. We on the move with this one. But that was encouraging as well. And just to let you guys know, before I get off of this podcast today, I want to send a big shout out to our new sponsor, Arcadia Anklets. You have been hearing the commercial, that Arcadia Anklets commercial. So go visit Arcadia Anklets. They have some dope jewelry on site, on Instagram. I want everyone to go visit Jazzy Ass Designs. You heard the commercial, so go visit Jazzy Ass Designs for your latest and greatest unique wares, your unique designs for men and women. Also, go visit Believe in Bread on their Instagram and website. Right now, Believe in Bread is at your local co-op shop in Tacoma Park. I went there last week or the week before that, and they were all sold out. I was like, yo, Believe in Bread, what's up? You're all sold out. I'm looking for the bread. I can't find it. I really came to Tacoma Park Co-op on Ethan Avenue to get some damn bread. You're all sold out. And then she responded and was like, we're gonna have fresh bread Friday coming up. I said, all right, cool. So I went back out there Friday and they had fresh bread everywhere. I was like, dang, man, I'm on a budget right now. I'm about to get 2 slices, and the breads are huge. Like, you can share them with your loved ones or keep them for yourself. You can be a squirrel, you can be a chipmunk and not share none of the goodness, but share the goodness. Please share the goodness of Believe in Bread. Also, big up to our sponsor as well, Royal Keepers Product. Royal Keepers Product. You can find them on Instagram and their websites and things of that nature. So just Google these services that these black women are sharing with the world. So Royal Keepers products, they're great. I use them all the time. I would say that I use it all the time. I sparingly use it. I'm selfish with people wanting to use it and things of that nature. I had maybe a spider bite which turned into like eczema on my foot years ago, and I used their product and it healed it up. Like you wouldn't even tell it was a scar there. They're dope. So these particular black women that I mentioned, go support them because they support us. Go support the black women that I mentioned, the black women's businesses that I mentioned. Go support them, fellas, ladies, because they support us. All right? Support people who support you. Support people who do the culture a great service. Support the people who do a culture who do not have ill intentions for you. Edify yourself with some nice jewelry, nice anklets by Arcadia Anklets. Edify yourself with a great custom design by Jazzy Ass Designs. Edify yourself and your physical with Believe in Bread, because it's good. Edify yourself with Royal Keepers products. That's for the hair and the skin, okay, and for the body. We'll be right back to close out the show and to let y'all know where I'm going to be at with the podcast. That's going to be on Thursday. Who invited me there? Afro Cool is the podcast, so I'm gonna give y'all that information once we return. Mental Salvation Radio.
Hey girl, oh my gosh, I love your anklet. It's so beautiful. Where did you get it? Aw, thank you. I actually got it from Arcadia Anklets. They have several jewelry items that you can choose from. You could even get them custom made. Really? You gotta hook me up. Well, you can find them at www.arcadiaanklets.etc.com. Also, www.arcadiaanklets.etc.etsy.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram. That's Arcadia.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
ARCADIA. Arcadia Anklets. ETC.com. All right. Thank you, girl. You are more than welcome.
Fellas, ladies, do you want to stand out in the crowd? Do you want to continue being unique when it comes to fashion? Well, I have the ultimate solution that's custom made just for you. The owner, Sandra Clark of Jazzy Ass Designs, will add spice to your wardrobe. Follow her on Instagram at Jazzy Ass Designs. That's JAZEAZ Designs or www.sandraclarkdesigns.com. That's CHANDRA ClarkDesigns.com. She'll be waiting for you.
Believe in Bread is a homemade, baked, mouth-watering goodness that's made with organic, gluten-free, vegan products. Stop by and check them out at the Southwest Farmers Market on 4th and M Street, Southwest Washington, D.C., every Saturday. They also have slices of bread on the shelf weekly at Tacoma Park Co-op, located at 201 Ethan Allen Avenue, Tacoma Park, Maryland. Orders can be sent via email to Believe in Bread. That's BELIEVE, the letter N, bread, @gmail.com. Or via text to 240-641-4721. Also, follow us on Instagram at Believe in Bread. We believe in bread. You should too.
Have you been looking for all natural hair and skin products to use for both yourself and your family? At Royal Keeper Shop, we have all natural oils, shampoos, conditioners, butters, sprays, face products, and lots more. Visit us at www.royalkeepersproducts.com. See us on Instagram at Royal Keepers Shop. Also, follow our main page if you have locks at locksworld_one love. Thank you. See you soon.
Mental Salvation Radio, podcast number 16. Today's date is September 12th, 2020. So, I just let you ladies, fellas, all the listeners know where you can find the wonderful products of each and every designer, clothing designer, baked goods maker, and all natural hair and skin products. You can find them there. Royal Keepers Products, Jazzy Ass Designs, Arcadia Anklets, and Believe in Bread. Go check them out. All right. So at the top of the hour, you have heard I'm Dope, Enoch 7 Prophet, Bolo's Rap, Enoch 7 Prophet, Section 8, Enoch 7 Prophet, Faith Evans, Long Axe by Enoch 7 Prophet, Halo by Enoch 7 Prophet, and we got two more songs that we want to play for you as well. And also, I played Nat Turner, Enoch 7 Prophet. All right. So check me out on September the 17th, which is a Thursday, on Afro Cool Instagram. But the Instagram is Power and One. It's a live Instagram podcast. It's a live Instagram dissertation of music, sharing music. I'll be on there Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the music conductor and the music that is conducted by Ryan Lucas DC. So follow Ryan Lucas DC on Instagram. Also follow Power N1. That's Power N-I-N 1 O-N-E live. So check me out there for a short while or for a long time on the live called Afro Cool. And that is September the 17th. Also, I guess the music you should be listening to let you know what the music you've been listening to today, has been the newest album called A Minute of Your Time. That's my new album. I think that's the 13th album that we drop, or 14th album, whatever I have. I'm getting lost in the counts. But it's called A Minute of Your Time. It's all produced by my comrade, my good brother, my friend, DJ King C. Produced the entire project. A Minute of Your Time is dedicated to those with short attention spans. So each song is only a minute or less than. So it's dedicated to you, ladies and gentlemen, with short attention spans. So check it out on iTunes and Tidal and anywhere that you can buy the product. To buy it, you can stream it. That's cool. But I would prefer you to buy it, because you never know what can happen to all these streaming platforms. So at any rate, buy it. I think it's only about $10, but it's dope. It's really dope. It's really, really dope. I think this is one of my dopest projects that I put out thus far. All right. So check that out. It's called A Minute of Your Time. And then we're working on some other things in the works, and we should be going back in the studio to mix and master some other greatness in October, so be on the lookout for that. So yeah, just to all of my artists out there, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, and always remember, the sun will still shine no matter how cloudy it gets, or no matter how cloudy it seems. The sun will always shine. Mental Salvation Radio.
Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful, but ugly, ain't it? They paint it on their face, they claim it, then they want to rearrange it. The problem with the system calls, get no justice in the eyes of the law. No matter what they saw, Babylon is falling. None of y'all ain't yelling, still excelling the greatness, no matter what they facing. Chose a few, one nation under a groove. The magic we bring to this world ooze from our DNA. Blood spills the bill, and to them we ain't worth 3/5. The devil's a liar, let me kill that myth. On the strength we swarm like killer bees. We're still kings and queens, not thugs and hoes. Black is beautiful. Hey, hey, black is beautiful but ugly, ain't it? They paint it on their face, they claim it, then they wanna rearrange it. Black is beautiful in the eyes of the needy. Yeah, your own kind will take you out because their hearts are greedy. It's really hard to believe how the tables turn. White supremacy, you must learn, Babylon burn. Making it rough on ourselves. Yeah, black is beautiful, but what about your inner self? That will really help make your skin glow like Zoe Kravitz, the black magic. Black is beautiful. Hey, black is beautiful, but ugly, ain't it? They paint it on their face, they claim it, then they wanna rearrange it. Let's not rush this feeling, dealing with each other. Let's take our time until we learn each other. No limits, no blocks, no boundaries. Love eventually found me laying in your arms, head on your chest. Listen to your heartbeat, take slow breaths. Zone out, the universe has been so kind to find the mind that's combined intellect. Yeah, whatever. You always talking shit. Before you walk away. Spiritual beings we are, guided by the stars. Aura, natural beauty, talking to you soothes me like ginger tea, feeds me like lentil soup, stimulates the root sprouts from the crown chakra. Holy Father, Mother, Creator, the source of royalty, a savior, highly favor, flowing through the bloodline. This is the crime, the king of sorrow, Sade. I'm amazed by the grace. You be tripping like shit. Before you walk away. There's something I want to say before you walk
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.